Child, I am stressed out, as you can probably see by my edges. No, but for real though, y'all. So, um, I guess I am responsible for this stress. Well, first I had the realization that okay, I've been homeschooling for a while now. I ended up getting a part-time job, to help out with the bills or extra things that we'd like to do or whatever. And I've been doing that, and my job really came in handy with us saving and just just any kind of support that financial support. So it has been a great addition to my husband's income. And I was like, working late and then getting up in the morning to teach, I feel like my kids are not um getting the education that I want them to have. I feel like I'm taking away from what it could be, being that I have a job. Juggling both is really, really hard. It's just I'm like tired, my full attention, and just like I'm not giving it 100%. I started to feel all the feelings like mom guilt. I didn't want to feel like we were giving up on this, what could be a quality education, for more money or for whatever, all the reasons that, it was a lot of pros, like I said, you know, but it's like mom guilt kind of kicked in, and I was like, Rochelle, you are not superwoman. The woman used to stay home and do XYZ back then, but it's just like we are in South Florida. It's so hard to live and afford everything nowadays. Everything is super high, inflation, and what they're saying is about to be a recession. And it's like, you know, punch the mom guilt in the face. But I was feeling all kinds of emotions like, oh my gosh, quitting homeschool. But it's like, hey, that doesn't mean you're not going to come back to it. It's like, see how it goes. Take it day by day, month by month, year by year. And I had to kind of make peace with that. Like, I can't believe we're quitting homeschool. But there's just a lot of reasons why too. Like, I want my boys to experience that kind of education as well. I want them to be separated from us, but also each other, just to see how just to see how that goes. I want to see how they do with getting instructions from other adults. So I want them to experience that and see how that goes. And I also want them to experience that at a great place or at a good place. I just don't want them doing that at like a horrible place. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. So I went to my husband like, I explained this to him, and I was like, maybe it's time we put them in school. Let's see, we could see how it goes for a year, blah blah blah. So I was trying to like tiptoe in, test the water, touch it and see what's. My husband just like pushed me in. He's just like he was just like, well, I had a bright idea, then he got a bright idea. He told me something, well, you could work in the daytime now while the kids are in school, why would you continue working nights? But in my head I'm thinking, well, I just want to see how it go. I wanted to if they're ever sick, I would be home. They could come, I could pick them up, or stay home with them, or whatever it is, I'm here. And for him, he was just like, but you could work daytime, like you wouldn't have to work nighttime. And I wrote down a whole pros and cons, y'all, because I'm like, basically he was telling me you can go back into your field of education, which is what my bachelor's degree is in. And so I was writing down pros and cons. There is a lot of pros. More money. Our nighttime routine together. Our evening routine could be together. We could eat together, work out together. We'll be getting off around the same time. But like the cons of education is always like, stress. It's like, okay, I'm going to leave homeschool and working this server job, and I could start back my career, start putting some, how do they say, what's that saying, y'all? I'm Haitian, so I don't be knowing. What's that saying? You could start putting some, but anywho, so we both had just different thoughts on it, and I was like, okay, um, I started kind of warming up to the idea. I also was like, oh, let me go ahead and find them a summer camp as well, but really trying to get them into more programs, more activities and things, and more extracurricular, because my son's hitting 6 now, the other one's hitting 8, and it's like, it's about that time, to just get them into things, see what they're like, see what they're interested in. And I just gave myself more work to do, because now I have to find a school, I have to find a camp, I have to go to dust off my resume, go to dust off my bachelor's degree, because it's like I just have to get all that started, and it's has been a lot. Plus, still homeschooling and still working myself a job, so I've been a little stressed. I've been like, oh my gosh, I gotta find my kids X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't play about my baby's education, being that I'm in education, so I'm just like, I can't send my kids just anywhere and be okay with it. And I was explaining that to my husband just the other night. I'm like, I'm not gonna feel okay if my kids are not okay. So I have to make sure it's locked in for them. I want to feel that my kids are okay, and then then go ahead and worry about me. But it's just so new. Like, to quit homeschool would be so new for us. We've never had to purchase like uniform. We never had to I don't know, just get them ready for the first day of school. Like, I mean, I've done it in a homeschool way, but just like, I feel like that experience is different. Drop offs, pickup, emailing teachers, or meet the teacher. Like, that stuff is just like so new to us, and I'm like, wow, we're really about to do this. But when I find them a school, oh, we did apply to one school, and they said they're putting them on a waiting list. Now, I'm not sure if that's like, okay, they will get in that school, or if it's more like um, they're kind of full. And y'all, I'm not used to being an early bird. I'm really a late bird. I scram like, oh my gosh, like, tomorrow's Easter. Or like, oh my gosh, Christmas next week. So, like, that's me. And I try to get out of that. I'm trying to do better in that. And it's actually starting to look for a school for them. Starting to look for a school in April. I guess that's pretty good. But that's new for me. But this is when everything is rolling. They need, like, 2024 to 2025 school years. Like, everything's open now. Do things now. Apply now. Summer camp is already like locked in. It was like locked in April 1st, and I was like, wait, what? School ain't even in yet. They gotta get the camps like a week or two from school. Like, I guess the school days, they gotta get started. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, because it's like, we don't believe in just sending our kids just anywhere and just with anybody. So it's scary for us, y'all. It's really scary for us. These are, our babies. But y'all, that's why your girl's stressed out. Quitting homeschool. I came up with one little idea in my head, in my brain, that done became this big bomb of just poof, a whole season of transition. And I'm like, what's happening? I was just saying, let's just, go ahead and do this one thing. Let's see how it goes. I was like, let's go see how it goes. My husband was just like, poof. He blew it all up. He blew up my little plans, y'all. So we're just gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be a whole new journey. And also, y'all, look, few little updates. I did sign up for a gym membership, so that's gonna be different. Just whenever my husband comes home, I'll be able to just go. And what else? And of course, my whole season of transition of, are we quitting homeschool? Are we about to find them a new school to go to? And what I would love is more like a private school. I would love something smaller for them. where it's just I would love to send them to something Christian. I'm sorry if y'all hear that music over there. That they just jamming over there. But yeah, I would love to find them something smaller, something Christian, and just a good vibe, where they will actually be learning. I really don't want like this classroom of 20 to 30 students and my kids getting lost through the cracks, and I don't got time for that. All right, y'all. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.